Hello guys, my name is Eddie, and today we'll be talking about the Mini Lad allegations. Most of you know what has happened, but for those of you who don't know, Mini Lad has been caught red-handed sexting underage females. Mini Lad at the time was 21, and the females were 16 to 17. Today we'll be reviewing Mini Lad's attempt to not only lie, but manipulate his loyal subscribers in his apology video.
Hey guys, this video has been a long time coming, and this is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, but 2020 has been an awful year for everybody, and I want to go into next year knowing that I have said my piece. I've told you guys exactly what's going on. As my fans, you guys deserve to know what's going on, and I hope this video helps you understand everything better, and I want to apologize for the things that I've done.
So right off the bat, this video really fucking sucks. He doesn't even show the full receipts of his DMs throughout the video, and we'll be talking about that later on as well. But when you're talking about a topic as serious as this, at least explain the whole situation so your whole fan base and audience can actually understand what you're talking about, instead of beating around the bush about it, which is kind of fucked. A lot of people don't have Twitter, so they don't get to see the full DMs, nor understand what he's talking about.
I'll try and make this video as short as I can so I don't keep you guys here too long. I don't want this video to be excused as an excuse or victimizing myself or anything like that. I just want to give you guys my thoughts. This is no more PR teams, no more anything like that. This is just Craig. This isn't Mini Lad. This is Craig talking, and I want to be as transparent as possible.
So at this point, Mini Lad has actually buttered us up into believing that everything he's going to say is truthful, which I won't really disagree with. I mean, he does say that he doesn't have his PR team actually written something up for him or anything. It's not scripted, which, I mean, I can believe, I guess. I really don't know. But I really think he just says this so he can have his audience believe him more. He also mentions that it's Craig talking, not Mini Lad, to give you like a false sense of like security, basically saying like, oh, this is not my character talking, it's actually me talking from like the bottom of my heart or something. Which, I mean, you know, it can be believable, and I don't blame him for trying to do this.
But I wanted to explain through exactly what happened, the reason why I did it, and go from there. There was two people involved in the situations. Those names were Hallie and Ash. I'll be taking them individually. They happened around the same time, and I wanted to just go through it with you guys. The first person that I wanted to talk about was Hallie. A lot of people think that these people were random fans that I got in contact with, but both Hallie and Ash, these are people who are my friends.
Keep in mind, both of the victims were his friends, not even fans. I mean, they were his fans at one point, but they became his friends later on, and he still did this to them, which is the fucked up part.
Hallie I've known for a long time, since maybe 2013, 2014. Hallie was one of my Twitch mods. Hallie was a really good Twitch mod. She helped me out, she helped Terrorizer out, she helped a lot of the guys who I played with on our streams, and she was someone that I could go to with my problems. We became close because we both had our issues. It's not my place to say what's going on with her, but she's someone who has helped me out a lot. The first thing that I wanted to say was I added Hallie on Snapchat when she was 16. This isn't when I was making any remarks towards her. This is just where I talked to all of my friends. I was that guy that had streaks, and I wanted to make sure that our streaks were good, because back in 2015, that's kind of what people did.
So Mini Lad uses streaks as an excuse to be Snapchatting this girl. Obviously, I'm guessing during the streaks they didn't really send explicit stuff, but it was a way for him to actually start conversation, in my opinion. And he uses the excuse as having his streaks and keeping up with his streaks as a way of making this sound and seem like it wasn't a bad thing that they were Snapchatting back and forth.
It wasn't until 2016, when she was 17, that I first started to flirt with her. I was 21 at the time.
Here's one of the mistakes Mini Lad actually does here. He shows part of the DM with this weird girl 2364. Here's the actual full DM right here, and it literally says, "Girl, you have no idea. I'm sorry, it's not that small." That's the first part of the DM that he actually cut out. He should have kept this in, because if he's explaining to his audience what actually happened, they need to fully understand what he's talking about here. when he cuts it out, it only says, yeah, because that would be a big problem. Fuck, I did the pun thing too. Look what you have done. And then Mini Lad responds with LOL and gone he. And then she responds with, yeah, got me. And then he says, that was soft. At least if you're going to show a DM, show the whole thing. And don't let your audience be confused about what you're talking about. Because if you confuse your audience, then we don't know what you're apologizing about.
And that's not okay. Like, and I'm aware of that. So with Hallie and both with Ash, I sent the messages around this time, and I understand what I'm gonna say next is quite taboo online, but if this is my way of putting all my cards on the table and telling you guys what happened, I feel like I need to say it.
That's the thing. He hasn't put all of his cards on the table because he keeps cutting out the DMs fully. He only shows the parts that he wants to show so he can manipulate his audience into not looking at the whole picture.
The reason I did what I did, and there was even a message where I said this, is because...
Notice how here he actually shows the full DMs, because at this point in these DMs, he has nothing embarrassing to hide. Like in the other DMs, he actually had something embarrassing to hide, so therefore he didn't show the full DM. And now he's trying to sympathize with his audience to gain their trust, basically.
What I said there is true. I did try to end my life at the beginning of 2017. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not looking for anything. This is not what this is about. This is telling you guys the reason, and I just want you to understand the headspace that I was in.
Now, this is where it's fucked up, because he uses his suicide card, basically trying to get out of a situation, saying that he was suicidal. This is why he did these things. Later on, he states that he was trying to go down swinging, which, I mean, doesn't make sense to me in this situation, but it's really fucked up to use that kind of card to make sense of why you did this. It's kind of a slap of the face to anybody who has gone through these thoughts or has a family member that has died through suicide. This was just a really fucked up thing to say. Even though if he was suicidal, it's still not okay to be doing these things.
The reality is I was being selfish. I wasn't thinking about repercussions. I wasn't thinking about anything. I was just being stupid, and I really want to apologize for that. I just wasn't thinking, and I regret it. I've regretted it since, and for that, for both Hallie and Ash, I'm really sorry. Ash, to me, I knew a lot shorter. I may only have known her a few months.
Mini Lad literally shows the DM between him and this girl and completely brushes right past it. Doesn't even acknowledge it, doesn't read it, doesn't do anything. He starts talking about his friendship with the female. Here is the DM that he photoshopped, and then here's the full DM. The bottom half of the DM was cropped out and wasn't even put in the video, and he doesn't even talk about it at all. At least if you're going to make an apology video, lay out all your cards on the table just like you said you were going to. So we get the full picture, and maybe we'll actually feel sorry for you. I wouldn't, but at least do that. Have some common decency to show the full DM so we know exactly what you said to them.
She was a part of a group of friends who my Twitch mods were friends with, and that's how we became friends. This is someone who I became friends with just through association with my friends. And the stuff I sent to her is just not okay either. And that's not what I want. You know, she was someone that I really did call my friend.
Well, you fucked that.
And it sucks that I let her down like that. So to Hallie and to Ash here at the end up, and even to Laura for bringing that up, I'm sorry, guys. You were my friends. I failed you.
Yep, you did.
I was only thinking to myself, and I was being stupid. And I wish I could take it all back.
And that's all we're going to review from this apology video. He continues to talk about both of the females and how sorry he is about the situation. And he talks about how he fought his PR team in order to make this video, because I guess they didn't let him make the video or weren't for it, but he really wanted to. And he basically just reinstates that he's very sorry and all that shit multiple times. But that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, let me know if I should do more, or go to my channel and check out my other videos. I do a lot of gaming videos and stuff like Among Us, Tarkov, and many other video games that are out now. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you.